TTP terror returns to haunt Pakistan as militants launch one of the deadliest attacks in months. Six terrorists killed after deadly assault on a Sindh Rangers compound ends in a fierce gun battle. 4 paramilitary personnel killed during an intense 90-minute firefight with heavily armed attackers. One attacker captured alive as elite commandos stormed the compound and ended the dramatic siege. Karachi hit by its biggest terror attack in months, raising fresh fears over Pakistan's security. Karachi bloodbath to push Pak toward another dangerous confrontation with the Taliban? Six terrorists were killed after they stormed a Pakistan Rangers base in Karachi on June 27, according to Pakistani security officials. 4 paramilitary personnel were killed as security forces battled the attackers during a nearly 90-minute gunfight inside the compound. One attacker was captured alive after Special Security Unit commandos and anti-terrorism force teams joined the counter-terrorism operation. The assault marked Karachi's first major terrorist attack since October 2024, according to local media reports. Witnesses said a powerful explosion was followed by sustained gunfire in Karachi's Gulistan-e-Jauhar area during the attack. The assault unfolded close to several universities and Pakistan's meteorological department, raising concerns over civilian safety. Rescue 1122 said it received reports of an explosion and immediately dispatched emergency response teams to the scene. Initial reports said the attackers rammed a vehicle through the main entrance gate before forcing their way into the Rangers compound. The gunmen then hurled hand grenades, triggering multiple explosions inside the Pakistan Rangers base during the assault. Authorities sealed off the surrounding area as heavy gunfire continued, while residents were instructed to remain indoors for safety. Several nearby neighborhoods also experienced electricity outages while security forces conducted the counter-terrorism operation.
We were sitting at home and drinking tea, etc., when we heard a loud explosion. The wooden staircase was right behind us. It moved from its place. I came to see my son. Usually children are playing. So I saw that the situation at the Rangers headquarters was bad. Such intense firing had started that I myself was scared. I found a child and took the child home. Then I came back here and there were about 2 or 3 explosions inside, and then the Rangers also reached the spot. Alhamdulillah. Praise be to God. I had just heard that almost all of them attackers have been sent to hell.
Jamaat-ul-Ahrar, a faction linked to the banned Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, TTP, claimed responsibility for the attack. The TTP has carried out repeated attacks targeting Pakistani security forces, particularly in the country's northwestern regions. The attack came amid rising tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan over alleged TTP safe havens across the border. Pakistan has repeatedly accused the Taliban administration of allowing TTP militants to operate from Afghan territory. Pakistan has responded with cross-border strikes targeting what it described as TTP hideouts inside Afghanistan. The attack came days after an analyst alleged a Mossad plot to assassinate Pakistan's army chief, a claim that has not been independently verified. A geopolitical analyst warns that peace talks held in Switzerland nearly escalated into a kind of assassination crisis, arguing that the high-stakes diplomatic setting was dangerously close to being upended by covert plots that could have triggered a major international incident during sensitive negotiations. Pepe Escobar, the geopolitical analyst, claimed that Pakistani intelligence intercepted what he described as a Mossad plan, alleging that Islamabad services detected and disrupted a covert operation that might otherwise have had serious diplomatic and security consequences amid the talks. Escobar further asserted that Israel's Mossad had plotted to assassinate Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir, an allegation presented as part of his analysis and one that, if substantiated, would represent a dramatic escalation with far-reaching implications for regional stability and the mediating role Pakistan was playing. According to those reports, Pakistan then reportedly sent Israel a stark retaliatory message, threatening to wipe them off the map, a blistering diplomatic warning intended to deter further covert actions and to communicate the grave consequences of targeting Pakistani national security leaders. It is worth remembering that Pakistan and Qatar have been serving as mediators between the United States and Iran in efforts to negotiate a peace deal, a diplomatic role that placed both countries at the center of sensitive shuttle diplomacy and made any security breach especially perilous for the broader negotiation process. In April 2026, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Asif publicly lashed out at Israel, adding to the diplomatic temperature and underscoring Islamabad's willingness to voice strong criticism of Israeli policy in the region amid high tensions and contested narratives. Khawaja Asif used his X account to label Israel evil and a curse for humanity, a forceful condemnation that signaled deep frustration and moral outrage, while also reflecting how social media has become a platform for senior officials to shape international perceptions rapidly. As part of his outbursts, Khawaja Asif also accused Israel's leadership of committing what he described as a genocide in Lebanon, an incendiary charge that further inflamed rhetoric and complicated diplomatic interactions at a moment when Pakistan was attempting to balance mediation responsibilities with domestic and regional political pressures. Pakistan has claimed that the emerging US-Iran agreement could accelerate Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political troubles and weaken his position at home. Defense Minister Khawaja Asif alleged that Israel is actively working to undermine the developing agreement, according to reports carried by Press TV. According to Asif, a successful US-Iran deal would amount to a major strategic setback for Israel and its broader regional objectives. Khawaja Mohammad Asif said, and I quote, "The Zionist regime is desperate to derail the peace agreement between the United States and Iran. Reaching this understanding can bring about the political demise of Netanyahu and may even result in his arrest." Unquote. Khawaja Asif said that lasting peace between Iran and the United States could weaken Prime Minister Netanyahu's political position. According to Asif, Israel is concerned about the diplomatic momentum generated by the breakthrough agreement between Washington and Tehran. The Pakistani minister claimed that the Israeli government has a strong interest in preventing the agreement from succeeding. Asif described the US-Iran understanding as a significant achievement that could contribute to greater regional stability. He also argued that Pakistan's mediation efforts helped create the conditions that made progress between Tehran and Washington possible. Asif accused Israel of benefiting politically from continued instability and conflict across the Middle East. He said a lasting peace agreement would challenge the narrative that has helped sustain Netanyahu's leadership for years. Pakistan reiterated its support for diplomatic efforts aimed at reducing tensions and preventing further conflict in the region. Asif concluded by saying that the outcome of the agreement could fundamentally reshape the political landscape of the Middle East.